Hello traders, it's Samurai Trader here. Welcome to my recording. Now this particular recording we're going to cover a couple of questions that I've received from various potential students from a number of countries around the world where opening a fully funded futures account or placing $5,000 to $10,000 in a trading account just is not an option for them because economically from where they come from they just don't have the finances or the resources available. So I'm going to be covering some various options for you in this video. Of course we understand the risk, and please feel free, or you should understand the risk I should say. Please read the risk disclaimer. Now everything I'm going to be covering in today's recording of course is covered comprehensively in the Day Traders Fast Track program, and if you've got any further questions after this recording, please drop me an email which is at the bottom of the screen here, or visit my website and to purchase the program. We have now over 20 hours of recordings and more material being introduced to the course every week. So the number one question that I've received a number of times now from India, Sri Lanka, and even Colombia is, how do I earn $25 a day with very limited capital? That is, I don't have $5,000 to $10,000 to open an account. So in this session we'll briefly discuss account sizes, risk management, and I'm going to show you some high probability trading strategies that you can use. Now, one of the most significant issues that new traders face is not having the correct amount of capital to trade with. You see, many traders, when they desire to day trade, they want to day trade for an income stream. Well, it's very difficult to, in the Western society, to start day trading with say $100 to $200 and expect to earn, it is impossible to earn $100 a day. Very, not saying it can't be done, but very unlikely. You see, most people also are very impatient, that is, not willing to start with say 100 and trade micro accounts and build their account size, where what they'll do is they'll risk way too much on their capital. And you know what a lot of people say, it's only $100. If I lose 100 or 200, it really doesn't matter. Well, traders, it does matter, because the amount of bad habits that you create, or the warped sense of thinking, you actually do an incredible amount of psychological damage to yourself. Even if you're trading with a micro account, you've got to assume it's $1 million. It's absolutely critical. And even if you have the amount of money to say trade 10 or 20, even 100 contracts when you first open your account, it's absolutely critical that you start with one and you earn the right and you increase the amount of contracts that you're trading with profitability. All of this is covered in the course. So if you wish to open a futures account, realistically you need $4,000 per contract if you're following the risk parameters correctly. Now with Forex you need $10,000 if you're going to trade a standard lot, a mini lot $1,000, and a micro lot as little as $100. Now if you're going to look for a fully regulated broker, which is absolutely critical if you're going to trade mini or micro lots, there's a website link on the slide that you may wish to go to and look it up. But look up the 100 different brokers that offer mini and micro lots. But absolutely critical that you ensure that they are regulated brokers, they're in the USA or they're in the Eurozone, fully regulated. Please check that, and then obtain a demo account and demo trade with them for a period of time. Google them and see what sort of feedback have they had from other clients, other users of that broker, because there's been so many issues with brokers in the past. Fortunately, most of the regulators from most countries around the world now have really come down on the Forex brokers. It's a much fairer and better regulated environment today. So let's just say here, and we'll look at the charts in a moment and I'll give you some examples. Let's just say here that you have a 20 pip stop. Now it's very important that you build your spread or your commissions into that stop. So you may have say a 17 pip stop with a 3 pip spread, which is really a commission, by the way. Some brokers still say we're commission free, but there's a spread, that's the commission. Make sure that's built into your risk parameters, because 2% must be your maximum, absolutely critical. And ideally I trade with no more than 0.5% of trade. What that means for me is I can add to a position. I can have actually up to 4 positions running without exceeding my rules. And remember, you want to be a rules-based trader, absolutely critical. So very important, you have a minimum target of 1-to-1 plus your commissions and spread, which means if I'm risking $200 I must get back $200, risking $200 all up including a commission. That is your bare minimum. Now there will be times you'll get out of a trade earlier because say the market stalls, or maybe you're about to get a red flag news announcement. All of this of course is covered in the course, but important considerations. So if you're trading a standard lot, you need $10,000 on a 20 pip maximum stop. If you're trading a mini, you need $1,000, and if you're trading a micro lot where it's 10 cents a pip, so you got $10 a pip, $1 or 10 cents, you need $100. So if you're trading a micro lot, the smallest amount, and $25 a day is needed, you would need to execute 12.5 or have net after all losses 12.5 trades a day by 20 pips net. Or if you're targeting 30 pips a day, you'll need 8.3 trades a day. And if you're starting off with a micro, you really want to build up to a mini as soon as you can over a period of time. The problem is most traders lack the discipline and in taking the time to actually do this. So let's go and have a look at some charts. So what you can see in front of you here is the euro dollar, and today's date, it's Saturday down here in Australia. It's the 3rd of the 10th 2015, and we can see the action since over here since about 11 p.m. last night right through, or 10 p.m. I should say, right through to the close of the market this morning. Of course the markets are open 24 hours a day 5 days a week, and they're closed now, and straight away there's a 34B, there's a 34B, 34B. So it trades all over the place, but what I've done is I've marked some trades up, so let's go and have a look at those. So a couple of important things. Once again, this is an 8 range. Now a range means that there's an 8 range bar, means there's 8 ticks or 8 pips per candle, and it's beyond the scope of this video for me to go and explain range and tick and minute charts, but let's just look at the setups that we've got here. This is a T2. Now a T2 is a very high probability trading strategy that we have in our course. So you've got a T2, you also end up with a T1. You've got a T2 here turned into a T1, you've got a 34 bounce and a T1, you've got another T2 and a T1. So you've got trades firing off left, right and center. Now this time period here, this is actually a very slow period. So this is a good, gee whiz, this is a good 18 hours to fire these off. Now what you do if you want more trades, you drop the time frame down to a 5 range chart. So one of the questions that I've had asked is, to earn $25 an hour, sorry, I should say, let me take that back, to earn $25, how much time do I need to put in? Well, you can see here that's over 18 hours. Now if you want to have a lot more trades, you either have a higher profit target, and there's some incredible runs here as you even saw on the close of this morning and looking at this time period I marked up, or you trade more often by using a lower time frame. You can use the rule of 2, which is a trading concept which is fantastic, and for my students watching this, rule of 2 on range charts is brilliant. It's just a brilliant trading strategy, and you'll learn that in the course. And my students, go and have a look at this if you're one of our Forex traders. Now the best trading times, that also has a big impact here, the best trading times of a London and New York sessions. And to keep it simple, you want to follow the yellow line, which is your 34. Look at that there. Just price because comes back and kisses it continually, because traders all around the world use the 34 EMA and the 89 EMA. So traders, in quickly just finishing up this video is that yes, it's very feasible to earn $25 a day trading, preferably a mini account. Micro you can do, but you're gonna have to work a lot harder. You're gonna have to put more hours in. To open an account, I've shown you a list there. You can go and have a look at the list of brokers, but once again, you must ensure that you're with a fully licensed, regulated broker. Absolutely critical. So traders, I've covered a lot of information in this 10 minutes. Please drop me an email or subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. If you're ready to purchase my Fast Track Day Traders program, where I cover 12 of the world's best 12 of the world's best strategies, please go to my website or drop me an email if you have any other questions. I'm only too happy to answer any questions for you. Thank you, traders. Good trading.